Hey there, welcome back to the Resilience Building Program. I'm your host, Roger Ruge. Right now, we're laying some foundations of terms so that we understand as we go through this entire program what we're actually talking about. And right now, one of the big ones out there is this idea of mindfulness. Mindfulness is a buzzword right now. My goodness, it is everywhere. And I got to tell you, I have had extensive experience with mindfulness. In fact, since 1993, I've been actively practicing mindfulness in a variety of ways. I've studied meditation with monks and monastics. I've studied advanced levels of breath work and meditation practices with special forces operators, including Russian Spetsnaz soldiers. I know, crazy experience. Maybe I'll tell you about it sometime. I've been practicing moving meditation practices like Qigong, Tai Chi, yoga, conscious walking. All of those are going to be part of this program too. But what is this idea of mindfulness? I want to really define it for you so that you understand when we're referring to it, what it actually means so that we can hang our hat on that as we move forward. Understanding this as a baseline is kind of critical to everything we're going to be doing from here because many of the practices we're going to get into are absolutely mindfulness oriented. Now, mindfulness in and of itself is parasympathetically restorative. Check the video that precedes this so you can learn a little bit more about the parasympathetic nervous system, but stated succinctly, that's money back in your resilience bank account, building your reserves in dramatically powerful ways to help you navigate the adversities of life. That's what we're doing here with mindfulness. Now, as a definition, mindfulness is the ability to stay fully present, 100% dedicated to the present moment. No distractions, nothing else happening. You're there in the zone. It is also the ability to accept what life gives us, and we suspend judgment. That is a superpower, and I'll explain why in just a minute. It is also about really settling into this space of being fully present without judgment to such a degree, it is as if your life depended on it. Now, I got to tell you, in a distraction environment, which our world has become with all the media, all the stuff, the constant stimulation, we are very seldom present, accepting life without judgment as if our life depended on it. Very, very seldom. And I'm going to give you a ton of mindfulness practices, but let me see if I can clarify one for you right now that you can put into practice. And this is so easy. You know, we think mindfulness, we often think meditation. Well, meditation is for sure a mindfulness practice, but it's not exclusive. Meditation and mindfulness are not one-to-one here. There are many, many ways that we can stay present without a practice of meditation, but we can do it in ways that can enhance our day, and we can do it in normal activities. We're building a mindfulness muscle in normal activities. We don't have to have a formal practice, and that's cool because if we don't have time, can we still manage to get a return on that investment? Oh yeah, try this. The next time you're doing the dishes, for example, turn everything off. No podcasts, no stuff on the phone, no side conversations, no TV in the background. You're just going to do the dishes. You're going to do it as if your life depended on it. Can you imagine? You feel the warmth of the water on your hands and the suds on the dish and the sponge as you clean off the plate. You hear the sounds associated with that, the squeakiness of the plate, sounds of the water. You rinse it off and you put it in the dish rack with so much concentration that if you fail, you would die. Not to add stress to the process, but that's the level of concentration. And what you're doing is building this muscle inside of you that allows you to stay fully present in the moment. And you can do it with simple activities like washing the dishes. Let me ask you this. When's the last time you had a meal and didn't do anything except eat that meal? That's pretty rare these days. We're usually multitasking our way through every meal. But what if we took a moment to say, I'm going to eat this meal fully present. And I'm going to do it as if my life depended on it. So I'm going to enjoy every aspect of this meal, invoke every bit of my sensory perceptions as I possibly can. I'm going to chew the food completely, taste every taste, feel it nourishing my body. And I'm going to take just a few minutes out of my day to do this mindfulness practice. Now, I get a lot of questions on this, and most of them center around, Roger, does this really make a difference? Yes, cumulatively, it does. Because we are so stimulated right now. Everything is pulling our focus. And so we're not doing anything very well when we multitask. A lot of people think they are when they're multitasking, but truth is, studies show conclusively the best multitaskers, the ones that think they're really good at it, they're not. So here's the goal. The goal is to exercise this mindfulness muscle so that we can be fully present. And in the act of being fully present, we become parasympathetically restored. It's putting on that brake a little bit on life, and that's money back in your resilience bank account. So do this with anything that you want. Maybe you're sweeping the floor, vacuuming, doing the dishes, having a meal, stopping for a cup of coffee, and just do that one thing. And notice how it changes the peace in your body, your mind, and your spirit. It sounds a little too good to be true, but if you put this into practice, I promise you, you're going to notice a difference in a very short period of time. And you'll notice things in your environment that you never noticed before. Things are just going to suddenly come to life that you missed because you're more present. And when the big one comes, we've now exercised the muscle that allows us to be fully present, to accept what's happening. We don't have to like it, but we accept it by suspending judgment around it. And then we move through it with a whole lot more ease and grace. And on the other side of that, we've spent less energy. We've flooded our body with less stress chemicals. We've restored our body with restoration chemicals, hormones that are supportive to building our resilience muscles. That's what mindfulness is. I'll see you at the next video.